guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings, Tarot Reading from the Heart. Thanks so much for joining me. I haven't been on, I know, for practically, I guess, 3 weeks I haven't been on for. Let me just quickly let you know, because I had a lot of people emailing me and saying, Carol, where are you? Are you okay? What's happened? You haven't been on. I've been ill, unfortunately. Recovered now, virtually completely, but it started about 10 days before my birthday, which was the 18th of November. And I had gone to a really important meeting in the city centre. And there was a group of us talking. And I remember one of my colleagues said to me, you know, are you okay in that seat? Well, can I call them a colleague? A collaborator, let's put it that way. One of my collaborators said to me at this meeting, are you okay in that seat? And I was quite squashed, I remember, around the table. And I think I just didn't want to cause a fuss. So basically I said, yeah, I'm fine. And I remember turning my body, the upper half of my body around, and my legs stayed like this. No. My torso and everything stays straight like this, and then my legs turned around, my hips turned around, my waist turned around. I think I must have kind of, pulled a nerve then, because when I got back on the Wednesday, I was fine. I was getting on with my clients, my work, blah, blah, blah. I was recording. I remember recording some stuff for YouTube on that Wednesday for the week going out. I can't remember exactly what I was doing, but I knew certainly I was working with some private clients on that afternoon, that evening, and everything was fine. Then Thursday morning, got up, washed, dressed, I was absolutely fine. Started recording my videos. I was really happy doing my clients. Just felt, I feel really good today. And then by 12 o'clock, I got up to make myself some lunch, take a break, just felt this heat go up my back, and I thought, what is this? And then suddenly, bam, in the split second, just this terrible pain, this really, really, really awful pain happened. It was terrible, and I couldn't stand. And then every time I tried to, then I would just get these terrible spasms of the nerve. I wouldn't wish sciatica on anyone. It's one of the worst things that anybody can ever suffer. It's horrible. I used to suffer it years ago, but I hadn't suffered it in years, and then suddenly, bam, I think it's because I sat in the wrong position. So, but before that, I'd been bitten on as I was walking down the road, being bitten on my leg because I was wearing some sort of crop trousers, and I must have got bitten by an insect or something because my leg blew up. And then I had the sciatica, and what happened was my twin sister and her family had to take me back to their house to look after me because I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything for myself. I had to virtually go 2 days because I work for myself, so I work from home. My twin sister both my brother-in-law and my twin sister are managers at the OU, so they work outside of the home. And it started on the Thursday, and then I had to kind of wait until the Friday evening until they could collect me. I mean, I was still getting on with stuff, but I couldn't move. I couldn't, even getting into the shower was really, really painful. And then they looked after me. And it was only when it was coming up to my birthday that I was starting to recover. I was starting to feel a little bit better, just a little bit, because I've taken a lot of painkillers and stuff like that. But what I realised is that I had as well then, because I couldn't do anything, then suddenly I had a backlog of clients. A lot of year aheads as well, because as you know, I'm doing year aheads at the moment. A lot of people ordered those year aheads. And I got ill, and I couldn't do the clients. I couldn't work on them. I was in terrible pain. I think on some of the videos that I recorded that you heard for YouTube, I was recording them from my sister's place. I had to make this makeshift chair for me with this big pillow at the back. Some people could hear me wincing in pain on those videos because I was in terrible pain. I mean, it was just terrible. So I just really wanted to come and apologise for not being on for the last few weeks. And then I got the flu. After the sciatica was starting to clear up, then I got flu. So I was like, okay, all right. I haven't been ill I'll be honest with you, I very, very rarely get ill. Very rarely do I get ill. Very, very rarely. I'm usually, considering that I don't go gym, and I should go to the gym because I've got gym membership and stuff, I don't really get that ill. But those illnesses just boom, 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 one after the other, just knock me for six. So I haven't been on, number one, because of the illnesses, and number two, because the illnesses left me with a whole heap of clients that I couldn't do, that I had to catch up on. My year aheads, everything had to be out. People paid money for this stuff and it had to be out at a certain time. You know, everything was kind of, oh man, I've got all of this to do now. But finally, I'm finally getting back on track now. Thank the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Getting back on track, and things are looking good again with me. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot happier. I'm feeling more in control now. So yeah, I know that I spent 6 minutes explaining, and you can always fast forward it and stuff if you don't care, which is fine. I don't mind. You come for the reading, that's fair enough. But I just wanted to put out this kind of blanket message to everyone why I hadn't been on my YouTube channel for 3 weeks, because I've been so poorly, and also because I had to try and I've not been on recently at all because I've been doing the year aheads and I just haven't had time. I'm still doing year aheads at the moment, but finally I'm getting down on the number, so I'm finally able to kind of sneak a few hours in to get YouTube stuff done. So the readings are going to be this week from the 7th to the 13th of December, so from Saturday the 7th to December the 13th, which is Friday the 13th. I'm not really that superstitious like that. Sorry if some of you guys are. But yeah, we're going to be doing the reading from that date. I just wanted to come and say hi, guys. I missed you terribly. To all of you guys that emailed me and messaged me to see where I was, and you know, there were genuinely a lot of you, and you know, saying, you know, I hope you haven't given up the channel, and you know, it really touched my heart, because it was at that point as well that I realised just how important this channel is to a lot of people. We don't get the most views, of course I don't. There are readers out there that are getting 100,000 views per video. Fair play to them, good for them, God bless them, I wish them well. But what we do on here, I think, is just so special, from just the way that people come and say, oh my God, Carol, I hope you haven't given up the channel. It really, to be honest with you, it made me cry, because I just thought, my God, I haven't given up this channel. I know that even if it's just a few minutes every week, for whatever sign I'm reading for, that for some people that's invaluable, and it's giving them help, and it's assisting them, and it's helping them to improve their life and to make really important decisions going forward. So thank you so much for all of you guys that emailed to see where I was. I'm absolutely fine. God has really taken me through. My twin sister, my brother-in-law, amazing people. My little niece Ella as well, amazing. They just really took care of me. God carried me through. Honestly, I was in that much pain. It was terrible. It was really, oh man. But you know, when you come to the other, when you come out the other side of something, and you just like, oh, I got through that. I know some people suffer from worse illnesses and stuff, I'm just saying. But anyway, we're going to get on with the reading now. I'm really glad to be back. I'm really excited to show you as well some of the decks that I got for my birthday. So if you want to see some of those decks, I think that you're gonna need to go. Where should I put this bit? I think I'll put it after the intro, actually. I'm going to show you the cards that we're using for this week. So if you want to see some of the new decks that I got, it's funny because I actually bought, remember I got this Dark Mansion Tower a few months ago out of my own pocket, paid about 70 odd quid for this, and then my family got me the smaller deck. Brilliant, they got me this for my birthday, so I can't wait to use this small deck in the reading this week, and I'm going to show you some of the other decks that I got as well for my birthday that I'm going to be using this week for the reading. Alright, so without further ado, guys, I know it took a long time. You think, for fuck's sake, get on with it. If you don't like it, guys, just, you know, fast forward the intro. But yeah, love you guys loads, and look forward to doing your reading, and sit back and enjoy. We're just going to focus now on the cards. Love you. Mwah. See you soon. Hi guys, so I want you to see the decks that we're using this week. I think I'm using slightly less, actually. I love using different decks together just to see what repeats. For your weekly check-in that we always do, we use one of the newest decks that I've got for my birthday. Some of these, well actually no, all of these. These three I bought for myself. The Dark Mansion Tarot, where have I put that? Where did I put that? There it is. The Dark Mansion Tarot, that's the one that I thought there was something missing. That's the one that I'm using for the 10 card readings afterwards, the career and the finance. Let's push this up a little bit here. I just want to get a really kind of close-up look on the stuff this week. So these three I bought for myself. This one was bought for me. Modern Witch Tarot deck we're using. Incredible deck by Lisa Stirl. Is it usually Lisa Stirl? I think it is Lisa Stirl. And I tell you, this was like really inexpensive. That I paid something like, I think, $15.99 on Amazon, down from $21.99. And the cardstock on this is almost like you're buying an indie deck. It is a little bit glossy, but it's a really, really, really lovely deck. I'm probably going to do a new channel with reviews. Let me know, guys, if you want me to start up a review channel on tarot decks. This is a new deck as well that I purchased myself. This actually came only a few days ago. Indie deck by Isabella Rotman. This Might Hurt tarot deck. Probably my favourite deck alongside the Dark Mansion Tarot and my Everyday Enchantment Tarot. And this is also a new deck. Now, this is a mass-produced deck, but it started off, obviously, as an indie deck by Chris Ann. Now, I didn't manage to do the Kickstarter because I didn't know it was on Kickstarter. I don't really buy from Kickstarter. I didn't really back Kickstarter. I should do. I'm probably going to start doing that. It's something I thought I'd start doing in the new year. But also, I didn't know about this at all. Not until I saw it advertised on Amazon when I was looking through, and I thought, wow, that looks amazing. So, I actually got this from W.H. Smith in the UK, and this was £11.66. down from $16.99. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. Cardstock not that great. It's already started to fray on the side, screw shuffling, and that's over a course of a couple of days. I'm probably going to edge this deck anyway in green, because the indie deck is actually edged in green. This deck is, so I'm probably going to do that. Amazing. So we're using that for the weekly check-in. We're also going to use for your advice, your spiritual advice, another deck that I got for myself, which is the Everyday Witch Oracle. You know that I've got the Everyday Witch Tarot. I'm using the Everyday Witch Oracle by Deborah Blake. Now, for your 10-card career and love reading, we're using my smaller, which my family gave me for my birthday, smaller Dark Mansion Tarot deck. And for your spiritual advice, we're using the Tea Leaf Fortune cards and also the Blessed Bee cards by Lucy Cavendish. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the reading. Who you guys are showing as between the 7th and the 13th. Ooh, the Lovers. You're showing us the Lovers. So you're showing it probably as being a part of a, you know, of a relationship, a part of a partnership. Because when you're the Lovers, you're involved in a partnership. All right. But the Lovers isn't always about being involved in a partnership. I digress actually on that, because the Lovers can mean that you love something or you support something. When you're the Lovers, it doesn't always mean that you are a part of a relationship. Sometimes the Lovers can mean that you really love something, you really care about something, you really support something. And that can be anything. It can be, you know, a love for the work that you do. It can be a love for a family member. It can be the love for a friend. It can be the love for a pet. It could be anything, but you're showing us being the Lovers. You're showing us really loving something, really kind of being in sync with something, being in union with something. Let's have a look at what the reason is for you guys being the Lovers. Because of the Two of Coins energy here. All right. So, I mean, it could be with the Lovers energy. I mean, it's interesting that you show us being the Lovers, because for me, on this particular Lovers card, sometimes if I get like that third person on the Lovers, I would say possibly there needs to be a choice, or if I get one person between two, somebody's making choice. But you could be, because you are the Lovers. All right, so you might be making a choice. The Lovers is also a card that represents us having to make choices in life. And we're having to make those choices based on what we care about, based on, sometimes it's head over heart, sometimes it's heart over head. But it's got to either make logical sense or emotional sense, you know. So with the Lovers energy, I mean, it's interesting because the Two of Coins is a card about weighing things up. It's a card about having to make adjustments. It's a card about being playful. And it might be that you're involved in a relationship, a really strong union with someone. Two of Coins energy, it might be that there is a very playful energy about this. It might be that there's a very kind of light-hearted energy about this. Because the Two of Coins, when it comes to love, it's about being light-hearted, you know. You might be having to make a choice with the Lovers here. Two of Coins, because the Two of Coins is about weighing up two things. You know, you have two options with the Two of Coins. You know, you've got to make a decision with the Two of Coins. All right, the Two of Coins is also about trying to make those adjustments until we find the balance. in a situation here. It's an interesting one because I would probably go more towards the idea of choice with that Lovers, simply because the Two of Coins is often the card that would indicate the weighing up of things. It might be some of you guys are having to make a choice. You've got 2 jobs with the Two of Coins. Which one do I choose? It might be that you're weighed down by many things with the Two of Coins energy, and you're going to have to make a choice over what you do here with the Lovers energy. All right, because the Two of Coins can also be weighed down by so many things. In the reverse, this would be I decide to drop one thing. But in the upright, here we go. All we're doing is that we're just juggling all of these things and we're trying to keep everything in the air. So that might be it. You might be showing us the Lovers because you're going to have to make a choice. Doesn't look like it on the card, does it? And I often read visually, but it might just be that explanation that some of you Scorpios are faced with a choice. Usually for me, it would be the Two of Swords being faced with a choice. But we'll just go with the word choice at the moment. We'll just go with the word choice. Some of you guys, it's a choice that you're making. The Lovers energy. You're weighed down by a couple of things. You've got a couple of options that you're kind of weighing up. You know, you might have a couple of jobs, or you might have too many things to do, too many responsibilities with the Two of Coins. You're juggling things and having to make a choice with that Lovers energy between head and heart. What do I keep? What do I let go of? What is it that what is your goal for the week? I think that your goal for the week with the Page of Cups energy is to give love, is to show love, is to express love. With the Page of Cups, it might be to help someone. If you get the 5 of Coins in front of that card, you help. I did this reading the other day. I had to help out a family member with something. And in the morning when I did a reading for myself, it showed me as the Page of Cups and the family member as the 5 of Coins coming towards me. And the fish is helping that person, you know. So your goal will be to, with this Page of Cups, to give love, to give support, emotional support, to give help with the Page of Cups energy. To give emotional, support and kindness. And, thinking about this as well, I mean, it could be with the Lovers as well that this week, well, between the 7th and the 13th, Scorpio, you're getting close to someone. Perhaps you're having banter with them. 2 of Coins is also the card of playfulness and banter. So for some of you guys, it might be as well, thinking about it, that with the Lovers energy, you're getting close to someone, because with the 2 of Coins, you're just having this really nice banter with this individual. You're having this really nice kind of correspondence with this person. The 2 of Coins can also represent correspondence. So this can be like email correspondence, that type of thing. It might be doing things like Snapchat or sending messages, little messages, little this, little that. And you might be doing that in those energies there. The goal is to keep things light. If that's the case, if it's a love thing, then the Page of Cups would probably just to keep things light, because the Page of Cups isn't a serious love card. It's a card about just being light-hearted, just being fanciful in love. It's not about getting serious. So it might be just to flirt a little bit with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups is very flirtatious energy, along with cards like the Knight of Cups, very, very flirtatious energy. Just keep things light and flirtatious, maybe with the Page of Cups energy. Let's have a look at the next card. What is the obstacle you need to overcome? Everything is fine. And it's funny, in this deck you get 2 Ten of Swords. One is called Everything is Fine, one is just called the Ten of Swords. I think the obstacle you need to overcome is trusting the situation, because the word everything is fine to me kind of says everything is fine, you've got nothing to worry about. But it might be with those 10 swords in you, Scorpio, that there's a lot of mental pressure here. And when we have mental pressure, Scorpio, the 10 of Swords can be one of those cards that represents depression or fear or absolute anxiety, and because it's a number 10, it goes up to the hilt. You're at that complete and utter cut off point where you're completely depressed, you're completely weighed down by all of these terror. I mean, it's worse than the 9 of Swords, because it's 10. You have the 9, which is bad because it's anxiety. This is completely flawed by it. But the universe is saying, well, everything is fine. And the obstacle you need to overcome is acknowledging that everything is fine. Despite all of these thoughts that you've got here, despite all of these fears that you carry here, everything is absolutely fine. Because I think that some of you guys have some form of kind of, fears going on about this situation. And the more I look at this reading, the more it feels it might be about love. The more it just feels like it might be that. But we'll have a look. What could you be accomplishing by the end of the week? Judgment. So I feel that this is release, which is nice. I think with the 10 of Swords energy showing here, this is kind of overkill. with the Ten of Swords, and there is real fear that comes along with this card, especially if you're feeling terribly, terribly depressed or mentally burdened. That Ten of Swords is saying the obstacle you need to overcome is that absolutely it's not the way that you think it is. Everything is absolutely fine. And what you could be achieving by the end of the week, therefore, is the release from that. Because the Judgment, this is almost like death and rebirth. So finally it's released from maybe this energy of the Ten of Swords energy. I'm still not sure what the reading's about, really, but I just feel that, and I do feel that, it could work either way. It could be love, but it could also definitely be about having to make a choice. Two of Coins energy, the situation, it might all be about that you're weighing things up or that you've got too many responsibilities. Your goal for the week, it could be with the Page of Cups energy. I don't think it's necessarily maybe to help someone, but it might be just to be able to pursue childish pursuits, do things that you enjoy doing, explore and enjoy a lighter side of life, maybe do more creative stuff without having to have all of these additional responsibilities. You need to overcome, the obstacle you need to overcome is that everything is fine. You've got a lot of kind of negative thoughts. Some of you guys, if it's a case of having to give something up because you're juggling a lot of stuff, Scorpio, your negative thought might be, oh my God, what will happen if I do that? If I give something up here, if I make a decision between two things and I give one up over the other, what's going to happen? Is everything going to fall to shit? Is it the wrong decision I make? There's a lot of kind of weird, frightening energy that you guys have that you're holding on to with this Ten of Swords energy. But the universe is saying, well, look, don't worry about it, because if you can overcome that obstacle of that Ten of Swords where you're weighed down by all of these negative thoughts, Scorpio, what you'll find is that by the end of the week, well, by the end of the 13th, you'll be released from this. Finally, you can breathe again. Finally, you can come up for air. Finally, you'll be released from that energy of that 10. What do you need to avoid, though? The Magician. So the Magician is all about creating something new, using those resources to create something new, to do something. I think, do you know what I think this is? I think that this is having to make a head over heart decision. That's what I think is going on here. That's why I think you've got all of these swords in your head happening here with the Everything is Fine card, Ten of Swords. That's what I think is going on here. I think that you have to make a choice. You're showing us the Lovers because you're involved in having to make a definitive choice. The situation is Two of Coins. It feels to me like you've been juggling too many things. Some of you guys have. And your goal is to have some fun. Page of Cups is just to do things creative, have a bit of fun, let your hair down, just hang loose. But you need to overcome the obstacle. Some of you guys, it will be guilt as well with the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords can show absolute guilt. Some of you guys, it's guilt. But you could find that you're going to be released from that. If you can overcome that Ten of Swords energy, you'll find that you'll be released from that by the end of the 13th. I think with the Magician energy, you need to avoid trying to... I don't think it's... See, it's a tricky one in a way, because I don't think that this is a person, but I think it's something that you would probably do, Scorpio, as that Magician. And I think that you need to avoid doing it. I think that you need to avoid creating more work or creating more kind of responsibilities for yourself. Once you let go of one responsibility, you've just got to kind of cut it dead and that's it. Because the Magician is a creator and he has all of the tools and these, and the abilities and this, that and the other to create what he wants. But this is also somebody who's a manipulator as well. And it could actually be, thinking about it, this could be somebody else. Maybe you need to avoid, Scorpio, being manipulated into doing something here, into keeping on with something. That's actually what I think it is. Because the Magician is a manipulator. And I very much, I think it's two things. Avoid taking on any additional responsibilities once you've given one thing up here. The other thing is avoid being manipulated into taking on additional responsibilities or to carrying on with what you're doing there. Avoid doing that because you've made a decision. Look, I'm going to give something up here because I'm juggling too much. I just want to have some fun. I need to overcome the kind of, very guilty ideas that I have here, the suppressive thoughts that I'm carrying around with me here, with the Everything is Fine card. Also, you need to overcome the obstacle. Just thought about it. Ten of Swords can mean that you just surrender to something. You're just like, yeah, everything is fine. So maybe you need to overcome the obstacle of saying everything is fine when it's not. That's another thought, actually. Actually, that's another thought. Thinking about it, I think that could be it. to be honest. Some of you guys possibly just saying, no, it's all fine, I can cope with this. I'm absolutely fine with coping with this. When actually, Scorpio, you're not. So actually, that everything is fine card is actually saying, Scorpio, avoid saying everything is fine when it's not. You know that you've got a choice to make because you're juggling too much. You deserve as much as anyone else, Scorpio, to have some fun. You know, to enjoy and to endeavour into new creative things that you want to do. You know, overcome the obstacle and the obstacle is within you. You keep saying, oh, it's all fine, but you're not speaking your truth. Not really, Scorpio, are you? You're not really being honest about the situation because everything is clearly not fine. All right. I feel that if you can overcome the obstacle of kind of accepting the situation and being afraid to speak your truth and say this is too much, what you'll have then is judgment release from this situation showing here. I think you definitely need to avoid being manipulated by others with this magician energy. You need to embrace, Scorpio, the Fool. All right. I think that you need to embrace with this Fool energy freedom. That you are free to walk away or to let go of something at any time you please. If it doesn't suit you, remove it from your life. You know, disconnect from it. Remember, the Fool is ruled by Uranus. The planet Uranus is the planet of freedom, free thinking. The thing with Uranus, it's connected to Aquarius as well. So we know that Aquarians, I've been studying astrology quite a bit actually since I've been ill. But, you know, since I was ill, put it that way. But Aquarians, when they get too suffocated or too bogged down by stuff, they want to just run from the hills. They don't like being... And that's the Fool energy. A Fool is ruled by Aquarius and Uranus. Doesn't like being hemmed in like a caged rat. Doesn't like it. Likes to be free. So you need to embrace that you have the right to be free. You have the right to explore and do the things that you want without being hemmed into what other people want you to do. If you need advice and support, Scorpio, go to the Wheel of Fortune. That's interesting. It's interesting. I mean, this could definitely be a place, couldn't it? If you need support, I think if you need to kind of unwind with the wheel, go out, go to a club or go to a casino or just go to somewhere where you can just have some fun. You know, go to the fair, go to somewhere that you can let your hair down with this Wheel of Fortune energy showing here. But I certainly feel that you need to kind of let your hair down. I'm going to quickly get this reading again because we had to really score the reading and then I had to put it together in my mind and say, okay, this is what I feel it's about. I think that you guys showing as the Lovers, you are facing a choice. You're looking at having to make a choice between the 7th and the 13th of December 2019, Scorpio. And it's all about the fact that I think that some of you guys have been juggling a little bit too much with this Two of Coins energy showing here. Your goal for the week will be just to be able to let your hair down, just to feel, you know, the energy of creativity, just to indulge in things that you want to indulge in, things that you like, Scorpio. You need to overcome the obstacle with the everything is fine card, i.e. the Ten of Swords. But, you know, the obstacle you need to overcome is stop saying everything is fine. If everything is not fine, speak your truth. Don't just accept a situation for what it is because you're afraid to upset the apple cart. If something is not fine, if you're juggling too much work, if you've got too many responsibilities, if people are putting too much on you, Scorpio, you need to be saying it. You need to be saying it. And if you do that, you could be accomplishing judgment, freedom, release finally from all of these responsibilities that have been put on you. Avoid getting manipulated, Magician. All right, because the Magician manipulates. So avoid being manipulated by people who want you to take on more responsibilities. And embrace the fact that you're an individual. All right, you are an individual and you are allowed to say no. And you don't have to commit to the things that you don't want to commit to. All right, with the Fool energy showing here. If you need support, I would say just go out, let your hair down, go for a drink, go for a meal, you know, go to a casino, go to a fair, just go somewhere where you can just let your hair down, I would say. I would say with that Wheel of Fortune, just go somewhere where you can just be free. But don't be forced into doing things that you don't want to do, especially when it's putting too much pressure on you. You desire to have a life as well. All right, we're going to get the advice card for this. We're going to go to the Witch's Oracle. For the advice, the Everyday Witch's Oracle. Universe, Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Scorpio on this reading? They're quite big cards, so you have to do them this way. What is the advice that you have for Scorpio on this reading? Please show me. So the advice, Scorpio, is Yeah, there you go. It says make a move. Make a move. That's the advice. I'm going to quickly get from the booklet what that means. I carried the booklet out with me. What number is that? It doesn't say what number that is. Maybe it's in alphabetical order then. Make a move. Let's have a look. Hibernation. That's interesting. Where is your make a move, man? Make a move. It doesn't even give me the number on the card. Alright, that's interesting. So, what is that one? I don't get this booklet. I really don't get it. What is it doing? Let's have a look. So, make a move. Oh, movement. So, yeah, there it is. Number 86. So, movement 86. Let's have a look at what that's saying. So, it's saying it is important to keep moving. This is true in the literal sense because the body functions best when it gets a certain amount of exercise, and it's true in the metaphorical sense. If we don't keep moving in our lives, our only other choices are to go backward, rarely a good idea, or to stay still, which may work for a while but is no more healthy for the spirit than staying still all the time is healthy for the body. Okay, so basically it's all about change and movement. All right, you need to move, you need to keep moving forward. And certainly we've got cards in here that indicate movement. The Fool, the Page of Cups, energy showing here. This is about your goals are to, focus on your creativity, do things that you like. And you need to embrace that you are an individual with the Fool energy. You don't have to be a part of this pack. You don't have to do. There's something here that I don't believe that you have to do. Somebody will probably try and manipulate you, Scorpio, and tell you that you have to do it. But it will be for their own ends. You don't have to do this thing. All right, so, and speak your truth, overcome the obstacle, but it's your own obstacle of saying, oh, that's fine, no problem, yeah, just put it all on my desk, heap it all down here, yeah, that's fine, I can take that, I can take that, I can take that. You can't, because the reading wouldn't be saying this if you could. You can't. So just admit it, just be honest, open up and admit, if something isn't fine, it's not fine. If you don't want the responsibility, if you don't want the additional work, or if you don't want whatever it is, say you don't want it. But don't say everything is fine, all right? You will accomplish release if you do this, all right? It's all about standing up for your truth, guys. It's as simple as that. And you're a Scorpio. You should be able to do it anyway. You know how we are, you know how we are, all right? We might be quite quiet at times, but when we've got to speak our truth, we do speak our truth. So speak your truth, Scorpio. Be honest. Be honest about the situation. Everything is not fine. All right, I'm going to come back with your work reading. Please bear with me. Okay, guys, so we've got the work reading down. Let's have a quick look at what's happening for work for some of you guys. So we have the Sun. The Sun is all about new potential. New beginnings will be the Sun card. It's also rewards for hard work when you get the Sun energy showing here. So good stuff happening in work perhaps. Could be quite a positive week for some of you guys. Let's have a look at this. Okay, the Four of Coins energy. So the Four of Coins means to, when it comes to a work reading, sometimes you're not willing to shift. Sometimes this is all about maintaining those boundaries. And sometimes with the Four of Coins energy, this is about staying at your post. The Four of Coins can show up when somebody wants to leave a job, but they'll stay in the job because of the money. All right, but this can also be gain. I mean, it is aspected by a very good card. So there might be something good happening in work. You might be gaining something here because the Four of Coins is all about, it's aspected by the Sun. And the Sun is a pretty positive card to get in any reading. Wherever the Sun is, it's quite positive. Not unless it's aspected by... But I think this looks very, very good. I think that some good stuff could happen. Some of you guys could be gaining with that Four of Coins energy. Maybe you're gaining a raise or you're gaining more money or something like that. Gaining a new position. You've got the Lovers. I was never keen on the Lovers in a love reading. Because for me, the Lovers represents other people or choices that need to be made. All right, I do feel with the Sun energy, good things are happening. But I do feel actually now looking at that Four of Coins energy, some of you guys might be rejecting. It could be that you're rejecting friends or rejecting supporters or something like that, because the Lovers can be your friends in the workplace. It's other people, and the Four of Coins can be rejection. And I feel that actually, because we've got a Lovers sitting here as well, it wouldn't be, to me this isn't gaining friends because he's got the coin all to himself. So I just feel that this is some of you guys are rejecting probably friendships or certain people. You might even be rejecting a lover in the workplace. So things might be looking good for some of you guys because you're rejecting a lover, for example. Some of you guys, it might be a workplace romance, that type of thing. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I think it's about love because you've got the Two of Cups here, showing here. I think it's a good week because some of you guys are rejecting a lover here. This looks to be like a soulmate though, somebody you've got a really strong connection with. You're rejecting a lover, but this person you seem to have, it's funny because the Lovers is the, this is the stronger card than the Two. All right, the Two of Cups is a relationship, but this Lover's energy is the Lover. So this might be about love. Some of you guys are rejecting a lover, somebody who you've got this partnership, this emotional connection to, with the Two of Cups energy showing up here. Ace of Wands energy. There's still very much a spark though going on here. I get the impression some of you guys, if it resonates with you, Scorpio, you're playing funny buggers with someone. You want a reaction from this individual. That's what I'm getting. Because you've got these amazing cards here. Alright, the Sun is something good is happening. The Sun energy, something really good is happening with the Sun. Alright. Or it could be, if it's not something that's not really good happening, maybe some of you guys have reached a place of clarity. Because Sun can mean clarity. So some of you guys, it might be that finally there is this clarity here that you've got to reject a lover. Somebody who you have this really magnetic, electric with the Eight of Wands energy and emotional connection to. It feels like you've got this amazing connection with this individual, but it feels like with the Sun that some of you guys are kind of reached this point of clarity where you say, no, I've got to reject this individual. Let's have a look at the next one. I'm getting withdrawal here. There's withdrawal with the Hermit energy. Let's have a look. Oh, I keep getting all these cards where you're withdrawing from a friendship. Now you're withdrawing from this friendship of the Three of Cups. It could be a third party situation though. It could be, because the Lovers can be a third party. You've got this man here who's got two women around him, and you've got three people, and a man here again with two women. So I wouldn't be surprised that some of you guys, it's become very apparent that you're going to have to keep yourself to yourself, and you're rejecting a lover, but this is somebody who looks at other people as well. All right, despite the fact that you've got this really amazing connection with this person with the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups, I do feel that this person has other people. And you're kind of saying, Scorpio, do you know what? I don't want any of this. I don't want to be a part of somebody who's got a harem of women or a harem of men. That's what I think you're doing. Because it's just, look at it. Look, we've got one person with two women here. We've got one man with two women here. This looks like it's someone who likes to indulge in different people. This looks like somebody who likes to flirt. And some of you guys, I don't think that this relationship was that serious between you and this individual, Scorpio. I don't. I think, though, that when you spoke to this person, you realised that there was this amazing connection between you and this individual. I think that you felt a really strong... This looks lopsided, man, these cards. Sorry. I hate lopsided cards. They're just the bane of my life. This deck, the Dark Mansion that my family got me for my birthday, the smaller one, I like them, but I don't like the finish on them, the butter finish. They're really hard to shuffle and they're hard to kind of get to sit still on the desk. Not sit still, but kind of, manoeuvre on the desk. But anyway, what an interesting reading. There's somebody around you in the workplace, Scorpio. They've got other people around them. They like to flirt. I think you've had enough of it. I think that you've you're just done with it. And can you see how you're probably here in the background just like, oh man, look, this person's flirting again, I've had enough. I think there's just somebody here that you've had enough of. They seem to do a lot of flirting. Let's have a look at the next one. Oh yeah, there's a lot of hurt with the Ten of Swords. Some of you guys are feeling very, very hurt with the Ten of Swords and rejected with the Five of Coins. You're feeling hurt and rejected. A great deal of hurt and rejection here. I think there's a great deal of hurt and rejection from a person in the workplace, Scorpio, this week. Because I feel that it's either that you're feeling hurt and rejected, or this person's feeling hurt and rejected. Let's have a look at the next one. Seven of Swords energy. So the Seven of Swords is somebody who's deceptive, and we've got the Lovers and the Seven of Swords as well showing up here. That's often deception within a relationship. It can definitely read as somebody who's deceptive as well. I think that you are feeling hurt that somebody, and also the Five of Coins is somebody who's doing something out of a relationship. So they're doing something out of the, out of the commitment of a relationship. So this can be a cheating card. But I don't think you really know this person that well. But for some reason, you feel that you do, Scorpio, because I've got this Seven of Swords energy here. And the Seven of Swords is somebody who's being deceptive. All right? You're feeling upset and rejected by an individual here. In fact, you're feeling not just upset, Scorpio. You're feeling downright depressed with that Ten of Swords. And feeling a sense of rejection by somebody with the Seven of Swords who's been playing around. Because this is somebody who's playing around. And with the Ace of Wands as well, if there was anything serious, this is like sexual. This is like what's the word that I'm looking for with the Ace of Wands? Because this is like the phallic symbol. This is sexual. This is the penis. And the Seven of Swords is somebody who's like playing around, being deceptive. So this is somebody who's having like extramarital or whatever relationships with other people. But I certainly feel here when I look at this reading, it's an interesting one, Scorpio. Because what I'm getting from this is that you guys, with the sun energy, is more about the clarity. Sorry about this. It's more about the clarity that you have, Scorpio, in work. It's a really funny, it's a work reading, but it feels like it's a love reading at the same time. And it definitely smacks of being a love reading to me, because I just feel that you're very clear now. You're very, very clear, all right, that you need to, with this Four of Coins energy, reject a lover. A lover who has been, I think, playing around. Three of Cups energy, who's been kind of flirting with other people, showing here. And I think that you're really upset. You're really upset that you're turning your back on this. You're withdrawing from it with the Hermit energy. But you're also really upset, I think, with this Ten of Swords for some of you Scorpios, that this person is rejecting you. They've rejected you and they've played around. They've wasted your time, basically, here. I also feel that you're upset because you have a really special connection with this person, with the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. But I also feel with that Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups, it's a relatively new relationship as well. It hasn't long started. All right, this has been a very short-term relationship, if it was a relationship at all. I think that you feel that you've had a very special relationship with this person. It's almost like you're crying here and you're saying, I thought we had, I'm really upset, I thought we had something amazing. But this person's just looking at other people here. I've had enough. I realise now I'm just going to have to kind of keep myself to myself and just withdraw. Because the Four of Coins and the Hermit energy, they both represent people who isolate themselves. So I just see you guys kind of reaching this, having this epiphany with the Sun energy, that you're going to have to reject this lover who likes to look at other people, who likes to flirt with other people. There's a great sense of upset here with the Ten of Swords energy. Okay, that you've been rejected by somebody who was not taking things seriously and they were just playing around. The other thing to say with this reading is some of you guys might be feeling really, really worried about being let go from a job as well. Ten of Swords and that Five of Coins is being, and especially as it's so close to Christmas as well, showing up here as well. Some of you guys, it might be that you just started in this job here, because the Ace of Wands is like a relatively new card as well, sort of thing. All right, that's what I'm seeing for your work reading. Bear with me, and I'm going. Actually, no, sorry about this. I'm going to do the advice on that work reading. Actually, we're going to get the career cards out. I'm probably going to change over these Dark Mansion cards to the bigger Dark Mansion, because they shuffle better on the screen in a moment for the next reading. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Scorpio? What's the advice that you have for Scorpio? And what's the advice you have for Scorpio, please, and work? Show me in 3 cards. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. Let's have a look. So we'll put this back here. So 1, 2, 3. So for work, Scorpio, it says mountain road. You are on the road to success, Scorpio. Okay, you are definitely on the road to success. Let's have a look at the next one. The bell. Okay, there's going to be an announcement, Scorpio. Let's have a look at the next one. Kangaroo. So unsettled times, need to plan ahead. All right, let's put this into order. There might be some unsettled times and the need to plan ahead for some of you guys in work. However, I do feel that you are on the road to success, Scorpio, and there will be at some point an announcement coming in to your workplace. All right, bear with me. Going to come back with your love reading. Okay, Scorpio, so we've got your love reading. We changed over the Dark Mansion to the bigger deck because it's just easier to shuffle and turn over. The Star. So for me, the Star is about star-crossed lovers, or it can be about hope, wishes, desires, the star energy showing here. Oh, nice. We've got the King of Coins energy. I mean, it might be that some of you guys are hoping. Maybe you're hoping to find, it could be maybe, with this King of Coins energy. Maybe you're hoping to find a loyal, committed partner with the King of Coins energy showing here. Seven of Coins. I do feel some of you guys have been waiting with that Seven of Coins energy. You've been waiting for a lover to come in. And I think that you're hoping to find somebody who's committed and loyal, because the King of Coins in a love reading, especially in tarot, he often shows up. I mean, I've read him in all sorts of ways, and he doesn't have to be reversed to read as a sex mad, superficial dude. He can definitely be that if he's aspected by certain cards. But usually the King of Coins is considered to be one of the best kings, especially in a love reading, all right, because he shows as being, committed, loyal, down to earth, practical, honest, trustworthy. And some of you guys have been waiting for a while for love with the Seven of Coins. Some of you guys might have been waiting for 7 years for love, Coins can represent years when it comes to timing. Or 7 months, 7 years. But some of you guys, I think, with the Seven of Coins have been patiently waiting, I think, with that Seven of Coins. And I think that you are hoping that now you will find, with this King of Coins energy, someone who is loyal, committed, and serious. Let's have a look at the next card showing up here. I think that you're waiting for somebody who is mature, grown up with this Emperor energy, somebody who is responsible with the Emperor energy showing up here. The Moon energy showing here, and someone with whom you have a very distant karmic connection, because the Moon can represent someone who you've had a karmic relationship with, someone who you were involved with perhaps thousands of years ago, that type of thing. So I think that I think it all kind of stems on this card here, that some of you guys have been waiting. I think you'll be waiting and hoping for a King of Coins, a loyal, loving partner, somebody who's committed, somebody who's honest, somebody who's down to earth, somebody who's responsible with that Emperor energy, and someone with the Moon energy who you have a very strong karmic connection to, especially in the past. Let's have a look at the next one. I think that there's been hurt with the Five of Cups energy. I think that some of you guys are really tired as well. Whenever I see this particular Five of Cups from the Dark Mansion, she's tired. Because I've read her on myself, to be honest, and it's always been when I've been exhausted. So I think that some of you guys are tired and very exhausted with that Five of Cups energy showing there. But I feel with the Eight of Cups, you might be tired and exhausted of looking as well with the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups isn't just about walking away. You're also looking for something on this card. Well, I think for looking for the Queen of Cups energy, for someone who you can share and that's you as well. You're searching for the dream partner because she's dreaming. She's a dreamer, is the Queen of Cups. All right. Some of you guys are growing tired of looking. You've been dreaming of this partner for a while. You've been dreaming about having this responsible, upstanding, committed, loyal partner for a very long while. And you've been waiting for it here. You've been waiting and you've been dreaming here for this individual. Strength, but I think the universe is saying that you're going to have faith here with the Strength energy showing up here. Four of Coins energy, and hold on in there with the Four of Coins. Hold on in there, because the Four of Coins is also about holding on in there. It's about sticking at things as well with the Four of Coins energy. Okay, hold on to your values, onto what you value, onto your values. And your values are this. This is what you value. You value the idea of having somebody really nice come in, because the King of Coins is just a down-to-earth family man. He wants a family, he wants a wife, he wants a girlfriend, vice versa. If you're a male, then the King of Coins is a female. It's the same sort of thing. Wants to have someone that they can settle down with. And I think for love, this is a week where it's mainly about your dreams, Scorpio, and that you're hoping that your dreams with the Queen of Cups energy are going to manifest with the Star. They're going to come to fruition with the Star energy. And the Seven of Coins is also fruition as well. So Scorpio is hoping actually with the Star energy that their dreams with the Queen of Cups are going to come to fruition with the Seven of Coins energy showing here. And those dreams are to have the perfect mate enter your life with the King of Coins, because you're tired with the Five of Cups energy of looking for this. You've been waiting for a while. But you have been dreaming about having an Emperor, a responsible, Well, and also some of you guys are dreaming not just about having someone who is loyal and trustworthy, but also somebody who's got a good job. Because emperors tend to be very kind of powerful individuals, and the King of Coins, well, these are people who are financially secure. So some of you guys have been dreaming and waiting for somebody who's possibly quite powerful and very, very financially secure here. Someone who you've got this amazing karmic connection to, especially with that star in the moon energy. Somebody who they're a star-crossed lover. You've got this really strong karmic connection to. I think that you're going to have to kind of be strong here with Scorpio, with this energy here, and hold on to your values. Keep hold of those values, because I feel at some point it will manifest for you if it makes, if this reading resonates with you. Let's have a quick look at what the advice is for love then, Scorpio. Let's have a look. So, universe, spirit. Okay. What is the advice that you have for Scorpio in love? What is the advice you have for Scorpio in love in 3 cards? So we've got the flag. Let's have a look at the next 2. Got the flag, that one, I don't know what the next one is, let's have a look, and this one here as well. So, Scorpio, the advice is flag, tankard. So the flag says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. And what did I say? Keep hold of those standards, keep hold of those values. Don't be tempted to lower your standards, Scorpio, okay? Celebration, there will be celebration, fun and enjoyment. Let's have a look at the next one, with a younger man. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. So you're going to have celebration, fun and enjoyment with a younger man. But I think what it's saying is, it depends on how you want to read it. Because this could say, look, you're going to have celebration, fun and enjoyment with a younger man, but do not be tempted to lower your standards. So I'll read it like that as well. Number 1, advice, Scorpio. Some of you guys could have celebration, fun and enjoyment with a younger man, but don't be tempted to lower your standards. That could be one piece of advice. The other piece of advice, Scorpio, could be, don't lower your standards, don't be tempted to do that, but just have some fun. But it might be, don't lower your standards, but just have some fun with the younger person. I'm not sure whether this is going to be the person that's actually going to be the one that you're looking for, because I think you're looking for a more mature individual. You've got this Emperor and the King of Coins here. They're 2 very mature individuals. So if there is somebody around you that you're having fun with that might be slightly younger than you, Scorpio, to be honest with you, I would probably just try and see that as fun. Not unless you can see them as being somebody who's really responsible and quite mature for their age with the King of Coins and the Emperor energy. Finally, let's have a look at what blessings are being bestowed on you. Is there anything else? Oh, your money. Oh my God. I keep forgetting to do that in the work reading. Let's have a quick look at what the money is. Universe, Spirit, what is the advice for money for Scorpio this week? In 3 cards, what's the advice for Scorpio and money? Show me in 3. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. Let's have a look at what money is saying for Scorpio. So Scorpio, for your money, the advice is Rooster. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So there might be somebody you shouldn't cross concerning your finances here. You've got the hammock here, so you're taking a vacation physically or mentally. So some of you guys, it might be that with wealth, with money, maybe some of you guys got the money to take a little bit of a vacation. Let's have a look. Peacock, so beware of great pride. How does that work in terms of your cash? I certainly feel that you need to be aware of somebody who's quite arrogant and boastful, and someone that you shouldn't cross in terms of something to do with your finances. I think that some of you guys should really look at taking maybe a vacation, if you can financially, but beware of great pride. Maybe you need to be aware of not, if you need to take a vacation and there's somebody that maybe you can ask to help financially, maybe you need to be aware of kind of being too prideful about asking for help when you need it, that type of thing. What type of blessings are coming? In 1 card, please. What are the blessings being bestowed on Scorpio, please, between the 7th and the 13th of December 2019? What are the blessings being bestowed on Scorpio? Let's have a look. A blessing for solace and hope this week, Scorpio. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. That is your reading, my darling. So glad to be back. Thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. And just to let you know, guys, the year aheads now, they are coming to a close. If you'd like to order one, you need to order it by, oh God, I can't remember what the date is they told me. I think that you need to, you need to order it by the 15th of December. That's the date I've got. You've got to order it by the 15th of December because it takes between 10 and 14 days for me to deliver those readings. So between now and the 15th is the cut-off date for those readings to go out, okay? If you'd like to order any other readings from me, just click on the links below. All right, love you guys loads. Take care. Bye-bye.